Mazuma Boxing here, back with another video. Okay, as all of the fighting fans already know by now, uh, it is official. Saul Canelo Alvarez will be facing Amir King Khan. I believe it is May 7th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. I'm not sure on the exact locations or whatever, but the fight is official, so that's all that matters. Um, I've been watching a lot of videos, watching a lot of thoughts on this fight. And a lot of people are hating this fight, and a lot of people aren't pleased with it, saying, "Oh, fuck Oscar De La Hoya, what the fuck is he doing?" And you know, so on and so on. And yeah, for as a the general consensus is this is a bad fight considering that Amir Khan is moving up basically two weight classes to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. Um, and I'm one of those people who aren't satisfied with this fight. However, I will watch this fight because these are two big names. Although I'm not satisfied, I am a boxing fan at the end of the day, and I will continue to support my sport that I love. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that they don't like this fight, like I've stated a couple times already, and what I believe is, Khan basically a 140 pounder. A lot of his career has taken place at 140 pounds, and he uh, the opponents he had faced, the ones he had lost to, Prescott and Danny Garcia, and there was somebody else, but I don't really remember. But he has shown that he can be chinny in that weight division, and he has been knocked down, and he has been knocked out. He has been knocked out at 140 pounds. As he just moved up to 147. He fought Chris Algieri. Yeah, he's fought Chris Algieri, and I believe it was Devin Alexander at 147. And he has shown that he could be hurt at 147 as well. The first round with Chris Algieri landed a pretty stiff, believe it was a right hand, and kind of has shown that buckle a little bit. And with that being said, him showing that he's been able to be hurt at 140 and 147 shows that he could be hurt at middleweight, or Canelo's definition of middleweight being 155. And another thing, these I take that back. Canelo's weight. I think that Cotto was the A side in that fight, I believe, and I believe he was the one who had put the weight at a catch weight at 155. Now Canelo's the one who is taking advantage of that 155 class. So before you guys go on and mention that this is Canelo's weight class, I believe Cotto was the one who had negotiated this weight, and um, so all of that should go towards Cotto. I don't think Canelo should be criticized for that. But anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Um, yeah, I'm gonna just keep going. Um, yeah. Now, yeah, like I said, Amir Khan has been shown to get hurt at 140 and 147. It wasn't particularly bad that he got hurt by Chris Algieri. Well, actually, it is bad because Chris Algieri isn't even known for being a power puncher. I think his knockouts are in the single digits. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, if he's shown that he could get hurt by Chris Algieri, Prescott, and Danny Garcia, then it's highly possible that Canelo is capable of doing the same thing to him. As Canelo has gotten older, he has, well, he's young, but as he's gotten older, he has developed more of a boxing ability. And you can see that he's a completely different fighter from when he fought Baldomir to the Cotto fight. Um, Seems as if his hand speed has gotten faster. He's always been a creative puncher, but his hand speed seems to increase in like a short period of time. Um, his power's still there, obviously. This guy is fucking basically a super middleweight, but he's young, so he's able to dehydrate himself to 155. But yeah, and he's a pretty good counter puncher. He was countering Cotto with those vicious uppercuts and them body shots as well, which he had been working on all training camp. Um, Amir Khan, Amir Khan, he had I don't care what anybody says. He has no chance of knocking Canelo out. I think that's pretty much stating the obvious because Canelo was able to take punches from Miguel Cotto and continue to walk forward, and none of those punches that phased him, none of those punches sent him walking backwards. He kept coming forward the whole time and was just eating all of Cotto's shit. Like took everything he had and just continued to pressure him. And I know for a fact that Amir Khan doesn't hit as hard as Miguel Cotto. That's something that we all know as well. And with that being said, I believe Amir Khan has to box. He says that he was studying Mayweather's Mayweather's footage of him fight Canelo. You know how he completely schooled Canelo. Canelo didn't know what to do, and I believe Amir Khan is gonna attempt to make that same approach. But for that, there were times in the Mayweather fight where Canelo was able to hit Mayweather. It wasn't all that. It wasn't all that often throughout the fight, but there was times where he was able to hit Mayweather with a stiff jab and counter him sometimes. So what I want to know is how Amir Khan is going to be able to take these punches, how he's going to respond, because the thing about Khan is he has a big heart, and with that big heart comes a lot of pride, and with a lot of pride, with people with a lot of pride seem to take a lot of chances. You see, he took chances against Garcia, paid for it. He was smothering Danny the first 2 rounds, smothering him, even cut his eye, um, even cut Danny, smothering him. Wasn't concerned with being hurt. He had gotten hurt. Um, and it wasn't like nobody was aware of Danny's punching power. He had showcased it before that fight. He had just been an underdog, so people slept on him. And I think Amir Khan did that as well. Now he knows, you know, Amir Khan's just gonna have to be smart this fight if he wants a chance. And the thing is, I really believe if he, let's say how this fight goes exactly how Canelo and Lara had went, they're gonna give it to Khan. I mean, Khan. Let me take that back. They're gonna give it to Canelo. You know, um, a lot of his fights. I believe Erislandy Lara won that fight clearly enough to clearly get the win. I thought that was a robbery. Um, and Mayweather absolutely smoked the Canelo. And one of the judges, C.J. Ross, had it to draw. So what Khan, what Khan has to do has to be like fucking amazing for him. Like it has to be an amazing performance. It has to be like clearly stand out to have Oscar De La Hoya like be ashamed of his fighter. It's gonna have to be that kind of fight, and I can't see that happening. I think his defense is underappreciated. The guy has great defense. Um, and, he's able to counterpunch, and with those two qualities alone, is gonna give Khan trouble. But Khan is gonna give Canelo some troubles as well, considering his speed, footwork, and the way he's able to maneuver around the ring. That's what Canelo has trouble with. Being that he had trouble with Cotto at some sections of the fight. He had trouble with Lara, and he had trouble with Mayweather, of course. And the thing that they all had in common was their ability to move around the ring. And Khan is gonna give him troubles in that aspect if the fight even lasts that long. Um, Now who to blame for this fight? I believe you would have to blame Canelo. I think it's a bitch move. Um, I know I'm all over the place, but you know I'm just talking. Um, I think it was a bitch move because considering the fact that he's supposed to fight Triple G after this, um, shows how Canelo isn't committed to the fight. He isn't considering that fight against Triple G. He's not, because if he was, he would have faced somebody who has similar mechanics to Triple G, somebody who has punching power, somebody who will continue to come forward like Triple G, boxing ability as Triple G has shown against Lemieux, somebody who has a great jab. One of those qualities to have Canelo ready for to get ready for Triple G, and the fact that he brought somebody who was the complete opposite of Triple G shows that he isn't like too fond of that fight coming up in the future. Um, so yeah, and the thing is, I wouldn't blame De La Hoya because De La Hoya also advised Canelo. Just like how he advised for Canelo not to face Triple G, he also advised Canelo to not fight Lara. But what did Canelo do? He continued to fight Lara. So at the end of the day, it's in Canelo's hands. It's all up to him at the end of the day who he wants to fight. So I think De La Hoya. I think he took De La Hoya's advice this time. Actually, um, he actually doesn't want to fight Triple G. But who knows? This fight is probably building up. He's probably trying to get this fight to marinate. Who knows? The thing is, I think this fight. I don't think this fight should happen. And consider it for the safety of Khan. I think his heart is being used against him. But let me know what you guys think. This is Mazuma Boxing, and we out of here.